Never goes right. Okay, never mind.
The car and the RV. You've got a large end and a small end, and on the top here you see a ridge. See a ridge right there? It's kind of a square ridge. Same thing on this side, a little ridge right there. Those are always up. And the reason they're up is there's a slot inside the female end on each side that will allow it to go in. If you have it down or any other angle, it won't go in. Watch. I've got it up top now. I'm going to try to turn it sideways, and it doesn't go in. It can't because that ridge there is in the way. So that little ridge goes all the way up, and you'll see a groove on this. Slide it all the way in, push, and there's a latch right here that connects right to the back side. That just sits right on the back side, so it won't come out when it's all the way in. So just stick it in right there and you're good to go. Same thing on this side. It's got a ridge, got a little latch, and this lays over the top of everything. Stick it in and you'll feel it all the way in and you're good to go. If for some reason it becomes disconnected or something like that, you'll get an error message on your dashboard, probably on your car. On mine it does. It says brake. And all this is, these are just your brake lights. So this has nothing to do with the car stopping with your brake buddy. These are just lights. So if you see that, don't panic. Just get out and reattach it. But so that's what that is. All right, go ahead and pause.
Okay, go.
Okay, this is your brake buddy. And this is actually going to connect to your car. And what happens with this is there's a pressure mechanism in here, hydraulics, that causes this piece right here to slide back and forth as the car feels inertia, and it'll apply the brakes. So the way you connect this, and we're gonna do this second, but this is your brake buddy. Put this down first, okay? We're gonna get the car ready to have the brake buddy, because you got to do this before you put the brake buddy in. Otherwise, you got to work around it. It's a pain in the ass. So you get in your car and put it in position 2 on the key. So when you look where the key goes in, you'll see a 1 and then you'll see a 2. The reason you put it in position 2 is because it'll allow you to move the gear shift back and forth, which is what we got to do here. So it's in park, okay? I'm in position 2 and I got to rotate it through the gears. I go to reverse, stop for a second, neutral, stop for a second. My foot is on the brake the whole time. Drive, stop for a second. Second gear, first gear, back to second gear. And again, you're just running all the way down the gears, back up with the goal of getting into neutral. I'm in drive. I'm going to keep it in drive for 20 seconds. This is supposedly the instructions. That's what Dave told me. Keep your foot on the brake for 20 seconds. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, so on. Count to 20, or it could be 30 seconds, but at least 20 seconds. And then once it's 20 seconds, and put it in neutral. Now, here's an important thing. Make sure you connect the car to the RV first, because you're going to put this in neutral in order to connect the brake buddy. If you put it in neutral and it's not connected to the RV, the car will roll. So always connect the front of the car first. Okay, it's been 20 seconds. I put it in neutral. Car is connected. There's no brake that you want to put on, okay? And right here, Julie's come a little bit closer. There's a switch that says T and D, tow and drive. So I'm going to put it in tow right there, right? So that's drive, that's tow. And that's what you want it in. So back up a little bit. Okay, brake buddy. Right here. This is a little bit kind of wonky, this thing right here. So as you put it in, this little lever right here is the one that pulls back to lock it. So you pull it back to lock it, okay? It's not a real strong piece of plastic. So just put, pressure on the bottom to unlock it. See, lock is back, and so it won't go anywhere, okay? I'm pulling it back. To unlock it, I push forward, and it slides, and so what I'm going to do is put this over the brake pedal like this. It sits on the brake pedal, and then I'm going to pull back and lock it, so now it can't slide off the brake pedal, okay? So when you're loading it in, I find the best way to do it, come just like this, straight in, slides in. Okay, the brake buddy goes back against the seat. So it just rests against the seat. You don't have to make it perfect, but put it there because when it adjusts the pressure, it will push it back automatically. So right here, let me have the phone. See if you can see right there where I'm attaching it.
Yep.
Okay, hold that.
Okay.
So as I'm doing this, all I'm doing is I'm wrapping this brake, that piece around the brake pedal, right? And I push up the bottom so it locks on it. So it's gripped, and when I have it on there, I got one hand, just pull back on that plastic tab. So what that does is it keeps this from sliding off, okay? All right, second thing, make sure this cord is attached to the back of the brake buddy. And right here, I'm gonna show you, Dave, is the plug for it, right there. So you just plug it in, just like that. Okay, it lights up, makes some noise. Give it 20 seconds, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna push this auto start. So it's just kind of queuing up. Count to 20. And the whole time we are keeping the car, we want it in position 1. That's 1 right there. It was in 2 as I was changing to the gears. It's in position 1. The reason you want it in position 1 is if you keep it in position 2, the steering wheel will lock. So you know, if you park your car and it's in position 2, the steering wheel will lock. In position 1, the steering wheel can still move freely like this, and it doesn't lock up. Okay, so really important to remember, put that key in position 1, not position 2, to keep it from locking. All right, it's been 20 seconds. Go to the auto start right here, push it, and watch the magic. Okay, watch what it's doing right there. It's applying the brakes. Going to do it again. It's just going back and forth on the brakes right now. See it pushing? There it goes. So it's just actuating. It's building up the pressure. It's getting a sense of, you know, how much brake pressure you have, so it knows how to work. Okay, there's nothing else you need to do on that. So now you're done. It'll stop making that noise. Give it a little bit and it'll just stop. So again, gray end here, black end goes in there. Remember, you've got T and D, there's a white dot, so I'm on tow, so I'm this way. D is for drive, so when you disconnect, put it to drive.
And what position are you on?
And I am in neutral. Right, so it'll roll. It'll stop making noise. So now
In position 1.
I'm in position 1 and close the door. What I do is, you can't lock it when in position 1 with your key fob. Watch. It won't lock. So go ahead and close the hatch, Julie. Say hi, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Okay, so I do this so that way if I'm out and about, nobody steals the brake buddy. Stick it in. It's locked. Okay, so you got 2 keys. 1 stays in the car. Yeah, let's see here, Dave. That is it. That's how you do it. All right, my friend, good luck.